This Lions team entering play. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed...
game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback, standing at 6'5".
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety, Antoine Winfield, got in there that time. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because they'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield. And oftentimes, the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Throwing, Jones. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson, on the move past the 40. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And some room to run now. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Wilson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now, both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 17 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I pinned the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
Steps away to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Kyler Gordon.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Looking to throw.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Back to throw here. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Smith.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Josh Jacobs, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Lions have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Evan McPherson for the extra point.
He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily none.
Now Jones throwing on first down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From just shy of midfield, Jones trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
On first and 10, Jones. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they go to work on a first and goal. Back to throw. Jones going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have regained the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. First and 10 at the 47-yard line. Counter play with Jacobs. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. On play action, they'll throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. That's good for a Lions. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be marked out right at the 20-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll set up a throw. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first. Josh McDaniels, he had his mind made up on that one. He disagreed. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5, and he's into the end. So fumble return for 6. Touchdown. Carlson on for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson down to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Under pressure, they got him again. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They are on top right now as well as they come up 1st and 10. Let's start out here with a jet sweep.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe up to the 41.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd.
Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And this will be taken at the 13. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll get 10 there on his own, but that'll be second down.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And this is caught by Watkins. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. They'll drop to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage again to 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And the Raiders have got him. Marcus Davenport. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. He's got Smith here. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
48-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started out in Denver, and it's the Broncos who have the lead in the second quarter. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Sterling Shepard, a touchdown reception. Finally, we're off to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. Trevor Lawrence, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their second straight to start the year.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
On now to a check on the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to... So not a good one.
The Lions take over first down at their own
On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. 40 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Touchdowns have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Jacobs going to try the middle. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are back within a score. McPherson on for the point after. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this run.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Jones throw taken in by Hawkinson here.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now we've got 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now Jones. Over the middle, complete.
That's Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing Jones. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Back to throw again. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Raiders! Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 60.
And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Another shot now for this Lions offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's a nice throw right there, and I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
He'll air this one out for Kirk. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They'll try and throw for it here. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's got room. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Toward the pylon, caught.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty. And those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Nick Chubb with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw here. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. Here it's 3rd and 2. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 20 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his 1st NFL sack. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This is caught. It's Kirk.
And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Raiders pick it up.
The quarterback keeps it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They run it again with Chubb. They find some open field here. And finally taken out of bounds all the way up near midfield. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big play that time out of Chubb, and even 50 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yards.
And caught by Thomas. Touchdown, Raiders. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Raiders are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hay. The Raiders are going to take possession of the football. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure. And as this defense walks off the field, they can...